Hello, welcome back to Chats in the Car with Sarah. Today's little chat is about burnout. It's Sunday night, 5:45. I'm sitting in the car getting ready to go into Publix to buy bare minimum groceries. Hashtag keeping it real. So I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about a topic that's very common right now, and it's burnout. And I don't know what it is, but obviously I'm coming off of a sickness, so my mind is not really on straight probably, but I've been feeling not burnout but just extremely stressed at work lately. As you guys know, and as I've shared, I've gone from doing just marketing to doing marketing intake and assisting in the PI department, and now litigation. I totally understand now why people in this industry, why case managers in this industry don't care for litigation. I don't mind litigation, but it can be frustrating to deal with. Overall, it's not too bad. I understand why there are case managers who look specifically for pre-litigation positions. As far as I know, requesting medical records and bills, that's not really a difficult task to do. The more difficult task on that is waiting for these providers to actually get you the records and bills, because some of them you can email or call up really quickly and say, hey, can you shoot me over XYZ, and they can do it in a jiffy. Others though, do bigger hospitals, etc., they will take 3 or 4 months to get you records. Sometimes clients go and get their records themselves and have more success. So I don't know if I'm experiencing burnout per se, but I'm just being honest. Burnout with my living situation at home. It's great that I live at home and I have my own little place to live at home. I don't have to pay rent. All I pay is electric and water. But even the electric and water bill is extraordinarily high for what it should be, in my opinion. And the house is old that I'm living in because of the insulation, the sink leaks, there's leaks. And I really don't have privacy, It's like more than one person has the key, and I'm just kind of ready to be on my own. I felt like I had so much freedom when I was in college because I was away from mom and dad and I was away from my family and I had privacy and just peace. And yeah, there were times where I got upset in college thinking about the future and all that, but there are just times where I just think it would be nice to go home to an apartment complex somewhere and just have a space that is truly my own. I have to make do with what I have, but it's really annoying to do. I don't really want to move. I know it's a big financial burden. Right now I'm enjoying having a little extra spending money, but with inflation getting so out of control like it has over the past 3 years, it has become so uncontrollable that my spending money is being eaten up by stuff, and I basically do not have extra money anymore, which is funny because here I am thinking about getting an apartment somewhere, but I don't have extra money. It just really sucks because I'm kind of at my wit's end with life as a whole. I'm not really happy with my living situation, and I'm not sure that I think that's kind of transcending into my job too, because I was very content with my job for a while. I did mention in my last video that I did almost switch jobs earlier this year, and I'm 25 years old or 25 in February of next year, and I just don't really know what I want. I don't really know what career I should be pursuing, and I feel like I'm kind of just...
No movement detected. Activating parking mode.
Okay, thank you for that. So yeah, that's like where I am. I have mixed feelings about a lot of different things going on in my life right now. My home situation is not ideal. A lot of people have a key to my place and they come in and walk in the door whenever they want. And I know with like a landlord, it's kind of the same thing, but I don't know. It's just like, I've reached a point where I think I'm ready to move out, and I think it's a maturity thing too. I'm 25 years old next year, and I would like to try to move out by the end of next year. But also I think about the fact I'm paying for school and I have 9 classes left, which on paper that seems like a lot, but it's really not. If I bust my butt for the next 3 years and do class after class after class, I can have it knocked out by then. But that's really hard too, because I'm also working on this paralegal course, which I really need to get caught up on, and I haven't really had a chance to get caught up on because my job has kind of been taking over my life lately. So that's it. That's a realistic Sunday chat with Sarah. I'm feeling very just burnout with life and burnout with everything. I threw out a bunch of crap in my house earlier today. I went through away a bunch of stuff, which felt really good. I'm in the process of setting up I have another computer set up in my front entryway now, which is really nice, that I can use to kind of separate. It was my one that I had at work, but I brought it home because I needed to update the iOS, and until I start using it more at work. I'm just gonna leave it at home. But I'm just like, I'm really just truly feeling like I am burnt out with life, and I'm trying to be encouraging and keep my head up, and I know I'm blessed. I know I have a lot of good things in my life right now, but to be honest, I'm frustrated with life as a whole. I am frustrated with my living situation. I'm a little bit frustrated with my job and how having to wear multiple hats. I mean, I wear them with pride and I show up every day, but it does wear you down when you are doing that. It does wear you down. And I don't know, I'm trying to keep my head up, and like the billboard's done fantastic this month, but it's just really annoying. I'm frustrated with life, and I'm not gonna like sit here and act like everything's perfect like a lot of these influencers do on social media. My life is not perfect. I'm aware of that. I regret selling my car, number one. Will never ever do that again. Those are my thoughts for Sunday night happy hour with Sarah. It sucks that I feel this way, but that's just how I feel. You know, there are so many times when, and I know creators feel this way too. People who are full-time creators also feel burnout with what they do. So I know that burnout is a part of this, a part of life, and I'm trying to just move forward. And I've had people tell me, Sarah, you're too young to be burnt out. I'm like, well, maybe so. It's just how I feel. And I understand too that I put a lot of pressure on myself, and I have a lot of irons in the fire, and that probably doesn't help. For example, I shouldn't probably be trying to pursue this paralegal thing, which is only 9 months. In addition to my master's degree, which I took a semester off from my master's degree to pursue that. And I really need to kick up the ante on the paralegal program because I'm running out of time basically on that. So there's that. But it just, there's a lot of things, you know, that don't add up. And I'm not going to sit here and say my life is perfect, my job is perfect, my home situation is perfect, because life isn't perfect. But I'm just feeling extremely burnt out with life right now, and I just wanted to share that because, you know, when you're also having to we're also dealing with a record-breaking inflation that makes everything more difficult than it's probably ever been in even my parents' life. I mean, this is the worst situation I think that we've ever been in, minus the Great Depression. I mean, it's just crazy. The only good thing right now is that a high yield savings account is yielding a good amount of percentage for in savings. Also, this month I decided I was finally going to set up my 401k. So after 2 years of working for the same company, I finally decided to do that. But anyway, so that's thoughts with Sarah. I am making it through. We're gonna get through this. We'll see what happens, but we're gonna have a great week. We're gonna eat frozen dinners for dinner because we're keeping it real, and we're just going to keep on keeping on and go through the motions and get through the rest of this year. This year honestly has been kind of, I'm not gonna say HELL, but it has been for me a little bit. There's been a lot of changes that have been really hard on me throughout this year. I think it's part of maturing too. One of the good things though has been I started bleaching my hair, which I really am happy with. So there's that. But in any case, I'm going to sign off and quit talking because we're running up a clock here of 15 minutes now. And I'm pretty sure that no one is going to sit through and watch this video, and with it being 15 minutes long. But I just wanted to share what I'm realistically thinking, how I'm really feeling. And if you're in a situation where you feel like you're burnout, you're not happy with your living situation, not happy with your job situation or whatever, just know you are not alone. And unfortunately, most of us are in a place where we can't change our situation. I'm not going to just go and quit because I'm unhappy with my job. But, you know, most of us are in a place right now where you can't do that. And that's okay. But there are ways to cope. There are ways to do better things to make your situation better, and we're working on those things. We're trying to figure out what those things are, and that may include chocolate, making purchases that we really don't need. Like, for example, I just recently bought Luna a self-cleaning litter box. Did she need it? Did I need it? I needed it. Yeah. Did she need it? I don't know, but she and I both like it, so there's that. But whatever we do, we make it happen. Just know that you are not alone. Burnout is a thing, and don't let anybody tell you that it's not, or that your feelings are not valid, because you feel the way you feel, period. And with that being said, I will see you maybe next week. I might make this a weekly series where I sit in my car and talk to you guys and just tell you my thoughts about life, and make it a weekly chat with Sarah. That could be a thing, but I would need then to edit it and post it. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one.